Hey everyone, and welcome to our Survivor Series predictions. At this point, Darian is still the champion, so we will see if Darian is still the champion coming out of Survivor Series. We have Addie back with us to do predictions again this time. So we're going to start with, we're not going to do these necessarily in order, but we will keep track of them. So the first one we're going to do is Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. Darian, why don't you start with this one?
This one, AJ's the WWE World Champion, but Brock Lesnar has held the title for a much more longer time, and AJ's had opportunities in live events and stuff like that. So I think Brock Lesnar's going to come out with the win.
Okay.
What do you think?
I agree with Darian. Not necessarily for the same reasons of longevity, but I think Brock, just kind of as he's been battling Braun, I think he's gotten more used to fighting a bigger guy, so I think he's gonna have a little bit easier time maybe with AJ. Not that AJ is an easy guy to fight, but I think Brock's been preparing with Braun, so I think Brock will take it.
Yep.
What about you?
I agree with both of them. Brock is most likely gonna win because AJ, I've been seeing him wrestle a few times. He just hasn't been as good lately, to my understanding.
Okay. So next we are going to move on to The Shield versus The New Day. What do you think on that one, Addie?
New Day. Just because they're both great, I would have a hard time on this normally.
Yeah.
But they're both great, but yet New Day is they're your good people, so I gotta go with them with parents.
I'm also going to pick The New Day. I don't know, just the Shield's back together, but I don't know. I don't know as I trust them being together. Things kind of sometimes happen, so I'm going to go out on a limb, and I think New Day is going to pick up the win. I don't know why, I just do. I'm probably going to get it wrong, but I think I'm going to go with New Day. What about you, Darian?
I'm going with the Shield, actually, because they just got back together. They just beat Miz and Sheamus and Cesaro, and I think they're going to get mad at New Day for being set at least a lot for making them lose their titles. So I just think it's going to come down to the Shield.
Okay. All right, the next one up, we have Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair. I'll start on this one. I think Charlotte is going to. I think Charlotte's going to take this one. She just picked up the title from Natalya, so I think she's riding high, and I think she's going to keep her title. I don't think she's going to let it go that quickly, especially to Alexa. So I'm going to go with Charlotte. Darian, what do you think?
I'm gonna actually go with Charlotte too, because she, like you said, she just picked up the title. She's all ready. She's probably gonna prove Alexa that just putting them under siege don't mean a lot. That they still have what it takes to win. And I think Charlotte's gonna come with the victory.
Okay.
I am never going to be a fan of Charlotte. She defeated Naomi once, and Naomi is my favorite. So for that reason, I choose Alexa.
Okay, sounds like a plan. The next one we have up is is a match between The Miz and Baron Corbin. And Darian, why don't you start with this one?
I'm going with The Miz only because that Mizrod, Bo, and Curtis, they've been getting on the apron a lot and interfering. So I'm probably gonna get wrong because they might go in the ring and beat up Baron.
Okay. What do you think?
I choose Baron just because.
Okay.
I don't have a real big reason. It's just
Okay.
my choice.
Well, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with Baron. I think Baron, is a big enough, strong enough guy that I think he can neutralize a little bit, at least, of the Miztourage. Mm-hmm. So if he can at least knock them down, he might have a shot to take out the Miz. So I'm going to go with Baron on that one.
Okay.
So the next we're going to is a tag team match. Is the Bar of Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Usos. Addie, why don't you go first?
Usos. It's just I've seen them wrestle more, and I know how they are. They're pretty good.
Okay. Darian, what do you think?
I'm going with the Usos, and I actually faked you guys out because when she was predicting them out like that and held up the bar thing, so I faked you guys, and I'm going with the Usos. They're proved a lot of people wrong, and I think they're gonna win.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to make a clean sweep on that one. I think we're all going with the Usos. The bar has just been too inconsistent lately. There's kind of, hints of they fought between each other and then not, and they're back together and they're not.
And that definitely will affect how they are.
I think so too. So, and the Usos have been solid all the way around. So I think we all agree on the Usos on that one. So next we're going to move on to the Men's Survivor Series team, Raw versus SmackDown. For Raw, we have Kurt Angle, Triple H, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, and Samoa Joe versus the SmackDown team of Shane McMahon, John Cena, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Bobby Roode. And I'll go first, and I am going to go with the SmackDown team. I think there's a lot less animosity in that team. You have Kurt Angle and Triple H, who may or may not be able to get along because of Stephanie with Kurt, and also between Finn and Samoa Joe, and Braun has beat up pretty much just about everybody at this point at least once. So I'm going to go with the SmackDown team just because I think there's a little less animosity. I think they might work together better as a team. So, Darian, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Raw because even if Raw doesn't really get it along, I think they still have all those big guys, and even if it's 5-on-1 SmackDown versus like Strowman, I think Strowman can like demolish everyone, take them all out. I think Raw.
That's a good.
All the big guys.
Yep, that's a very good point.
I'm with him because Samoa Joe, and Finn and Kurt, I do know that they are pretty good, and to me, just Shane, Cena, and Orton are on their partial good, and then there's Shinsuke, who's on the main, but like.
Yeah, that is a good point. Shane and John Cena are part-time, and they're not all around all the time and whatnot. So that could definitely, I do see that. I could definitely see that as a downfall for SmackDown, that they're not full-time wrestlers for those. So that's a very good point to bring up. So we'll see if that pays off for them or not. So maybe they might be a little more well-rested. Who knows? So we're now going to move on to the Women's Survivor Series match, which is again Raw versus SmackDown. We have Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, Asuka, Sasha Banks, and Bayley versus the SmackDown lineup of Becky Lynch, Naomi, Carmella, Tamina, and a mystery fifth who I don't think they have announced as of yet. So
Who was it that I thought it was?
we thought that it could either be Paige or
Charlotte.
or no, not necessarily Natalia.
Natalia.
Because Charlotte just picked up from Natalia, so it could be her.
Yeah, and Natalia wrestled with that group before, so like they were a team before, so.
Right. So I'm actually going to switch from the last prediction, and I'm going to go with Raw for this one. I think the Raw women, especially with Nia Jax and Asuka and Bayley, I think for Darian's reasoning with going with Kurt Angle, Braun and that kind of thing, I'm going to go with the women for Raw for that same reason of you just have Nia who can even if she was down by herself or with one other person, I think Nia can do some damage. Bayley's just back. Asuka is the monster that she's been, just kind of ripping through people in NXT. So I'm going to go with the Raw women. So Addie, what about you?
So I do like Bayley, and Sasha, and Alicia, but like I don't like the others as much. And there's Naomi, so like I gotta go with Naomi and Becky Lynch and Carmella and Tamina, because I like all of them.
Okay.
So I'll go SmackDown.
All right. Darian?
I'm gonna go with Raw. Like Nia, you have Asuka, you have Bayley. Alicia Fox probably not that well, but Sasha Banks too. I think.
Okay.
Fox is probably gonna be the first one to get eliminated.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
Who?
Alicia Fox. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. So, and now we're going to go to probably what's going to be the first match, but this was kind of how it was listed on the website that I pulled it from. So we're going to end with the Cruiserweight Championship of Enzo Amore versus Kalisto. Addie, why don't you do this one first?
Enzo, because I've heard of him a lot more, and I kind of know who he is a lot more than I know Kalisto.
Okay.
I don't do wrestling all the time. It's just.
That's okay. You're kind of like our John Cena. You're our part-time prediction person. So you're our John Cena. So Darian, what do you think?
I'm gonna actually go with Enzo too. He's been cheating a lot when the referee hasn't been looking, and for beating Neville at No Mercy by cheating, that proved big point of how Mo to win. And the only reason he really lost against Kalisto was a lumberjack match, and he wouldn't have lost if Mustafa Ali wouldn't have pulled Enzo off of Kalisto. So I think it's gonna be Enzo.
Okay, that's a very good point. I think I'm going to disagree with both of you on this one. I'm going to go with Kalisto. I think he beats Enzo here. I think he's faced him enough where he's gotten kind of smart about what Enzo can do, and you never know. Neville may come back, and because of that, Neville may come and interfere or try to. So, but I'm going to go with Kalisto on this one.
I mean,
So
Tuesday was his birthday.
right. So he hasn't been seen for a while since he lost and all that. So who knows? He may pop back up at Survivor Series. It is the place sometimes for reintroductions and surprise entrances. So those are our predictions for Survivor Series 2017. We will see who wins, and we will talk to everybody soon. Bye.